What's up, y'all? It's Marshall Couture, also known as Plex in hip-hop circles of marshmakesart.com and donkeyjawprojects.com. How you guys doing? So today was Monday. A wonderful Monday. A case of the Mondays. So yeah, it was one of those days. Kind of a little frustrating at times, and when it came to time to work on the comic, I was not feeling it. But I did it. Clocked in, clocked out. Got probably a little more than a half hour done. Not that that means much sometimes, but you know, I was just working some more on Sophia the Conqueror, that storyline, and I'm kind of at a point where it's like I know where I want to get to with that story, but I'm not sure how to get there. So I think I kind of felt that way Saturday when I was working on it too, and that's kind of why I stopped. Even though I did get some good progress on it Saturday, but I kind of got to a point where I was like, I don't know now what to do. So I wrote a little bit more, and I don't even know if that will stay, because I don't think it really does anything for the story to help it along. It's just like kind of a meaningless conversation between two people, just to get from one point to another, I guess. And I don't know, I don't even know where I'm going from there. I know where I want it to end, but I don't, like I said, I just don't know how to get there. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I guess what I also did, I kind of got frustrated with that, and so I was looking through some of my other stories, and yeah, just wasn't feeling writing today. But the story ideas I have, they're interesting, you know. A lot of these stories have like kind of crazy, like severe circumstances, I guess. And I don't know what makes me want to write that kind of stuff. And I seem to always be like drawn to a crazy twist of some sort. And I know I like to play with contrasting things within art. I've always thought contrast was interesting, juxtaposition I thought was interesting, and I've always wanted to mess around with that. And I have, you know, at times. And so I think that's kind of part of it. And I think that when I was thinking of this whole concept of 12 stories, I don't know how I envisioned the feeling of it. I guess this is kind of how it was, but I guess one thing I wasn't really envisioning was like humor, like necessarily. And that's, now as I'm doing it, I feel like I do want it to be, I don't want it to be super deep all the time, you know. I want there to be some fun. And actually, in the ones I've written so far, it is fun, but it gets serious too at times. I don't know. I've been kind of in a funk the last few days. You'll probably be able to hear it too when I drop the podcast for this week, because I was kind of in a funk trying to record that as well. So it is what it is. I didn't do a video yesterday. I did do work, mostly just working on designs for some of the characters in the Lizard Brain comic. I don't know, maybe it's because the way I envisioned creating this whole book was you know, that the cool thing about it is that it's broken up into 12 small stories, so I could, you know, focus on maybe get a story done and then kind of publish it, and then get another story done and then publish that. But then I kind of came up with the idea of, well, not the idea, but I figured out what I was going to do for the overarching story, which makes me kind of have to, well, because I wanted, like, the character that is involved in the overarching story, I wanted that person to kind of be in every story, have like some kind of cameo, some way, one way or another, have kind of like a cameo in each story of some sort, or play a part, depending. So, now I'm like, okay, how am I going to do that? But I guess he doesn't have to play an important role in every story. And I did, like, originally want all the 12 stories to not be necessarily super connected anyways, so I don't know. I guess I can do that, but so far, let's see. I guess Attack of the Lizard Brain is the least connected to the overarching story, so maybe I could just run with that one and try to make that, and then I could publish that, and maybe even have that might be kind of a good idea, and then maybe even print it up somehow, or put it in a webcomic form. So that might be kind of a good one. The Here Kitty one, that's pretty well fleshed out as well. So maybe I could bring that into format, meaning like try to map it onto 5 pages or more, see how many pages it's going to end up being. And that's another thing, is pagination. Like, how is that going to work out, I imagine the way it's going, I'm going to have to put page breaks and maybe pinups or something, like, in between some stories, and unless I write the whole thing and get it all the pages figured out ahead of time, I guess I can always go back and change anything that I want, really, before the final thing is done. This whole concept is like, it's like potentially could be a huge mess. But hey, I don't know. It's gonna be more developed than anything I've done before, I guess I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by it, but still excited. Like, still got some cool. I can't wait to see how, like, it all fleshes out. But also, I talked about it on my podcast that I didn't release yet. It'll be probably released tonight. I just gotta get it all, like, uploaded to my website and whatnot, which it's already partially done. So, I'll be probably doing that tonight. But I mentioned it in my podcast, the Escape Artist Podcast, if you're interested. Again, marshmakesart.com, that's where you can find it. But that, what did I mention? Now I forgot what I was talking about. I mentioned in my podcast, what were we talking about? That, I don't know. I guess I lost my train of thought. So, I don't know. I would like to keep it. Oh, that's what it was. I would like the scheduling. Like, I originally kind of thought this whole book would take like a year-ish, like somewhere around a year, more or less. And now I'm thinking, I don't know that but I thought maybe it could be done quicker. And then now as I get into it, I'm like expanding it, making some of the stories more than 5 pages. And I'm like, now not only is it probably gonna take a year, maybe it'll take more, you know. And I don't think I want it to be that crazy, you know. I don't want it to take that long, especially in the actual creation of it, you know. And, you know, some might say, well, if you really want to make a good book, take your time and make it the best, you know, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, but at the same time, I'm not gonna, my best even right now is not, it's not even professional necessarily. I mean, what professional is a very relative term. I mean, some people make a profession out of making what basically amounts to stick figures, you know. Some people, professional is highly polished, like Jim Lee, you know, type of stuff, you know. So, and I'm definitely somewhere in between. So I don't know what professional is, but you know, this project can only get to a certain level because I'm only at a certain level, you know what I mean? So I don't want to make this bigger than it's supposed to be, I guess, you know, bigger than I intended it originally, bigger than it needs to be, you know. It's meant to be an exercise of learning how to write story and learning how to make comics. It's not meant to be, you know, my opus, you know, the thing that defines who I am. And it's my fault for making it kind of that, you know. And so I guess the last few days I've been thinking about kind of paring it down somehow, and getting maybe stricter on some of the I can't think of the word, the limitations that I put on it. So I don't know, maybe I will make it black and white, not color. That'll make it easier. Maybe I will confine myself to 5 pages and just edit the crap out of these things that seem like they're taking more than 5 pages, you know. I don't know, that kind of makes me feel better thinking that way. So I don't know, we shall see. So that's where I'm at right now. It doesn't sound very good, right? I don't know. But I'm figuring it out. I'm gonna push forward. I want to get this thing going. I want to get to the point where I'm like making more progress. So maybe I'll just let Sophia the Conqueror chill for now and move on to either writing another one, or maybe I'll start trying to format some of these other stories into 5 pages and see where that leads me. I don't know. We'll see. So I guess that's about it. I'm at my job, my second job here, and I'm gonna run through here and do what I gotta do, and then get home and make some dinner and enjoy the night. There's this new thing that I came across today that some of these artists, YouTube artists, are doing, called what is it? May I Draw Daily or something like that, where they're doing a drawing every day, and they're trying to do like a video every day for it. And so I'm thinking about maybe joining in with that. I don't think that I'll get, you know, the full every single day of May because I'm already missing days, but I might join into that. And I like the way one of the people did it today. I only seen one so far, but basically this girl like opened up her sketchbook and filled 2 pages, and it's just a bunch of random stuff. It's nothing like, it's cool looking, but it's not like, you know, super polished or anything. So I don't know, that might be a cool idea. I talk more about me wanting to do more art videos and just more art in general on the podcast too, so look for that. That'll be updating tonight. This episode will be updating tonight, God willing. And that's about it. Time to go into the second job. Thanks for watching. MarshMakesArt.com. Marsh Makes Art everywhere and all the social medias. You guys rock. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.